Today we begin something uncomfortable. Concurrency destroys intuition. For years, you wrote code where time was linear, instruction 1, then instruction 2, then instruction 3. Now that illusion ends. In this session, we are not learning syntax. We are dismantling false mental models. If you misunderstand what a thread really is, everything that follows in distributed systems will collapse. Today we build the correct execution model. Welcome to week 2, day 1. This is where we shift from using threads to understanding execution reality. Concurrency is not about speed. It is about control under non-determinism. If you master this mental model, you can reason about large systems. If you don't, you debug ghosts. Let's destabilize your assumptions. If I create 2 threads in Java, do they really run at the same time? Your instinct says yes. But what if I run 8 threads on a 4-core CPU? Are there 8 parallel computations, or is something else happening? This question forces us to separate logical concurrency, physical parallelism. They are not the same. Concurrency creates the illusion of simultaneity. But the CPU is a finite physical resource. The OS scheduler time slices execution. So what looks parallel is often interleaved. The key insights: concurrency is about structure, parallelism is about hardware. Your code expresses concurrency, the OS decides parallelism. This separation is critical in system design. A process is an isolated execution container. It has its own address space, its own heap, its own security boundary. Inside a process, we create threads. Threads share memory. That sharing is power and danger. Processes communicate through IPC. Threads communicate through shared memory. That difference defines system architecture choices. Now we go deeper. Each thread has its own stack, its own program counter, its own local variables. This means method local variables are not shared, but the heap is shared. Objects live in the heap. Static variables live in the heap. Files and sockets are shared resources. This is why race conditions happen, not because threads exist, but because memory is shared. Concurrency problems are memory problems. This slide separates beginners from engineers. A reference may be local. The object it points to may be shared. Example: list string list equals shared list. The variable list is private to the thread. But the object shared list is shared. The bug does not live in the variable. It lives in the object graph. Engineers think in object topology, not variable scope. Important precision. The JVM creates threads. The OS schedules them. This means the JVM cannot guarantee order. The JVM cannot guarantee fairness. The JVM cannot guarantee timing. Execution is non-deterministic. If your design depends on order, your design is broken. Concurrency must be designed assuming chaos. This is what really happens. T1 runs, then preempted. T2 runs, then preempted. Back to T1, back to T2. Context switching is expensive. The scheduler uses quantum slices. Threads are interleaved. This is why print order changes between runs. This is not a bug. This is the system doing its job. Now we enter professional territory. Interrupt is a cooperative cancellation mechanism. It is not an exception in the traditional sense. When you swallow an interrupt, you destroy cancellation signals. This creates zombie threads. Production systems die because of this mistake. The correct pattern: restore the interrupt status. You do not ignore it. Concurrency requires discipline. This is the old school way. You extend thread. The problem: you couple task and execution mechanism. You lose inheritance flexibility. You violate separation of concerns. This pattern works, but architecturally it is rigid. This is the preferred pattern. Runnable defines the task. The thread defines execution context. Task is independent of thread lifecycle. This is composability. This separation allows executors, thread pools, scheduling frameworks, engineers separate what is done from how it is executed. Lambda simplifies runnable. Runnable is a functional interface. We now express behavior in line, but conceptually nothing changed. We still separate task from execution. Do not confuse syntax evolution with architectural change. This is one of the most common mistakes. Calling run does not create a new thread. It is just a method call. It executes on the current stack. Calling start creates a new stack, a new scheduling unit, a new OS level entity. If you call run, you are not concurrent. You are sequential. This distinction defines execution reality. Start triggers JVM, OS thread creation. It allocates a new stack. It registers with scheduler. It becomes a schedulable entity. That is the architectural boundary. Concurrency begins at start. Run this multiple times. Observe output order. It changes because scheduling is non-deterministic. If your system correctness depends on print order, it is fragile. Concurrency correctness must not depend on timing. It must depend on synchronization logic. This is where junior designs fail. Sleep does not guarantee execution order, guarantee fairness, release locks. Sleep only pauses the current thread. It is not synchronization. Using sleep for coordination is engineering malpractice. Proper coordination requires looks, volatility, atomic variables, higher level concurrency constructs. Let's compress what you now understand. A thread is a schedulable execution unit. Stacks are private. Heap is shared. OS schedules execution. Order is non-deterministic. Run is synchronous. Start is asynchronous. Interleaving is normal. Today, you lost control over time, and that is good because system design begins when you accept non-determinism. Today, we destroyed the illusion of linear time. You now understand. Concurrency is not magic. It is structured non-determinism. In the next session, we will answer the next question. If time is uncontrollable, how do we control access? That is where synchronization begins, and that is where engineering becomes serious. Until then, think like the scheduler. Think in memory topology. Think in system boundaries. That is how distributed systems are built.